Conor McGregor's potential UFC return date seemingly revealed by Coach Kavanagh. 29-year-old McGregor hasn't set foot inside the octagon since his historic UFC 205 victory over Eddie Alvarez, a triumph which saw him immortalize himself by becoming the first fighter in the promotion's history to hold two titles simultaneously. The birth of his first child, Conor Jr., and a multi-million-pound boxing match with Floyd Mayweather Jr. were the main factors for McGregor's hiatus from the UFC, which has now reached a year. Shortly after losing to Mayweather, McGregor expressed his desire to return to mixed martial arts and defend his lightweight title. The man expected to welcome the Notorious back to the UFC is Michigan native Tony Ferguson, who claimed the interim lightweight title last month in the main event of UFC 216. It's understood that the UFC brass were hopeful of having McGregor fight on their end-of-year card or in March at UFC 220. Says Conor probably won't return until April or mid-next year. Farah Hanoun on her conversation with Conor McGregor's head coach, John Kavanagh. However, McGregor's antics at Bellator 187, which saw him push referee Mark Goddard and slap a commission official, have seemingly put paid to those plans. Kavanagh touched on McGregor's future during a brief chat with Farah Hanoun at the IMMAF World Championships in Bahrain earlier this week and revealed it's likely that his most famous student won't make his long-awaited return to the octagon until April at the earliest. Yesterday morning, Hanoun tweeted, "Just saw John Kavanagh who was very surprised by the Woodley vs says Conor probably won't return until April or mid-next year. Still have to go through negotiations with the UFC to place deal for next fight." McGregor, 21-3, has yet to reveal when he plans on returning to the UFC, who have struggled to replicate the success they had last year without their poster boy. According to UFC President Dana White, Ireland's first UFC belt holder's first fight back in the promotion will be a lightweight title unification bout. "Nobody's talked about Diaz. Diaz has never been talked about," White said when asked about rumors of McGregor having a trilogy fight with Nate Diaz. "Tony's the interim champion, Conor's the champion, that's the fight that makes sense. It's the fight that has to happen." Not long after Ferguson's victory over Lee, McGregor made it clear that LQQE was at the forefront of his mind with a Grand Theft Auto-esque picture of himself driving a speedboat with a stack of cash in tow. The accompanying caption read, "Tony,